Three, two, one, pickles. All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Razor from RazorTube coming at you today with the Rust Console Edition best solo hidden bunker base design right now. And this is going to pertain to the Xbox, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and the Xbox Series X. And this is going to be the very first solo base design you use in the beginning of any wipe you want on the Rust Console Edition. And I think it's pretty useful. It comes compact with a lot of storage, a hidden loot rooms rather, and I'm going to show you how to build it today, right now. And I mean, you could fit like a solo duo in here, but it'd be kind of tight with a duo team. So just remember that. This is just a starter base, but it's not your typical 2x1. It does come with honeycomb, a hidden loot room, and a hidden storage or spawning area, so it prevents any of that eco rating in the beginning of any type of wipe. Now, typically in this design, you're gonna see, there should be wooden doors when you first start off in Rust, and do note that wooden doors you'd have to use wooden locks, and then to progress into sheet metal, you need metal fragments in order to craft these doors. So for all intents and purposes, I'm going to use sheet metal doors, but do note that you'll probably end up starting with wooden doors. All right, so you can also use this hidden loot room trick with any base, and I'm going to show you how to build this one real quick, and this will be the first 2x1 bunker base design that you build for the Rust Console Edition. All right, so let's get into it now. Alright, so first you're going to need some building plans. Building plans you use to build and throw it on the framework of your base. Then you'll need a hammer. The hammer basically fills in the framework with the materials of what you want to make your base out of. So, alright, in order to see this, you got to pay real good attention to this video, and I want you to be able to build the best starter base or best bunker base design if you're a solo. And this is to take care of specifically solo people, because I know there's a lot of people on Xbox and PlayStation that do play solo. So I figured I'd make it this video for you guys, since we're going to be starting a whole new journey into the Rust Console Edition. Alright, anyways, to the base. Alright, so first, what you want to start off with is a square foundation. Now, if you see the square foundation, it has poles, 4 poles on the left, right of the front of it and the back of it. Now, from those poles, you'll see the V little stability poles, which is like, you'll see it when I put it in the ground. Each pole has 2 other poles connected to it, and it goes to the bottom. You're going to be basically following the 2 poles in the front of my screen, and what you're going to do, it's hard to really explain, is go into the ground to where you place your foundation. So hold on, it's kind of grassy here, so let me move it over here so you can see. Alright, so you're going to go into the ground with your foundation about this much, and then in order to get the hidden loot room right, you're going to have to take a half wall, and you take another square ceiling tile, put it there. If you can't walk under it, you did it wrong. So what's going to happen is you're going to get this foundation, you're going to knock it out, and then start over again. So we'll go about this high, I think. Let the debris settle. We'll go about this high, through another half wall, square ceiling, and now we're going to see if we can run under it. Okay, we can run under this, so I know it's good. Once you know you can run under the frame of this, and this is what it's going to look like from the side. Once you know you can run underneath this, you know you've done it right. So, you're going to take that out. On this square, you're going to go ahead and place a triangle foundation. To the left, you're going to go ahead and put up a square foundation and raise it up. Okay? After that, go ahead and harden it to stone. once you've hardened this to stone, what I want you to do is make your first TC room. So you're going to put 3 walls, a double doorway frame, a ceiling, harden everything to stone. After that, you're going to put your TC in the back left corner. All right, once you have that properly set, you're going to go ahead and take your double doors and save it. Save it. Don't put it on just yet. There we go. We're going to go ahead and put our TC down. After we put our TC down, we're going to put our double doors on. We always want our doors going facing in, so go ahead and put them on. After you put the doors on, you're going to go ahead and put another square foundation on the left side of the TC room, like so. And then you're going to go ahead and put a half wall, and then one more square ceiling. And what this is going to do is you'll go ahead and take, hold on, just a little bit. You're going to go ahead and put your TC, in the back right corner. After you have the TC, you're going to go ahead and put a triangle that's going to connect to the framework outside. What this does is make your own shelving. Once you make that triangle on the inside, go ahead and harden it to stone, and then go ahead and delete all of that framework on the outside. So now that you got your shelf in and you've put a lock on here on your TC, hold on, let's put a lock. You're going to go ahead and put your double door frame in, or double door, or sheet metal doors in. Okay, once you have this complete, I want you to go to the front of your base where this triangle is going to be your airlock. So go ahead and put one raised triangle here, one raised triangle here, on the left and right. And then you're going to go ahead and place one more on the left. So now that you have this framework done, what I need you to do is next to this square, go ahead and lift, have two raised square foundations. Okay, or depending on what you want your honeycomb to be, triangle foundation. You should have 2 raised triangle foundations. Okay. So after you got that in place, go ahead and harden everything to stone. Go ahead and put your front door on. And you're going to have 3 of them. So you can make this one a double doorway frame. Go ahead and put your walls down. Go ahead and harden these to stone. And now you're going to have something that looks like this. Okay, so if you notice, there's a 1x1 with a triangle frame here, right? What I need you to do now is put walls all the way around it. Once you've put the walls in, go ahead and harden them to stone or whatever material you want. And what I'm going to need you to do now is go up to the square foundation on the inside and knock that out. And I'll tell you why in a minute, okay? So, in order to make this hidden loot storage, what you're going to need to do is, now, bear with me for a moment, put a bag down, which I believe we can here. Then you could put down, once you get your furnaces, you could put them down like so. Okay? So you got your bag and a couple furnaces, right? In the beginning, you're not going to have any furnaces. You're going to have to get them, and basically, I'll show you what they cost right now. It costs 200 stone, 100 wood, and 50 low grade. You can find low grade inside of red barrels with an oil symbol on it, or which are typically at the dome or in junk piles along the road. Or you can kill animals, get that animal fat from them, and combine it with cloth to get lower grade fuel as well. Also, just note that you cannot have anything down here hanging over this triangle at all, and I'll show you why. So you have a bag, that, and then you could put 1 or 2 maybe small storage boxes in here for your important stuff. Let me get up on top here. So we're gonna put a storage box right here next to the furnace. You can put 1 more at the bottom of your bag, and then once you do this, and this is assuming you put your doors on, so for all intents and purposes we're going to go ahead and put our doors on so we know that we're safe. Now create an airlock at first. Your doors are always going to swing inward. In this case, you're going to go ahead and throw your keypads on there. You're going to go ahead and lock them with whatever code you want to use. Now do remember that in the beginning typically you use wood locks that cost 100 wood. Once you place them down, they'll be green, meaning they're unlocked. You're going to have to hit the action button and then basically go to the lock and then lock that door. Whatever you do, do not make a key for a wood lock. Okay? Do not make a key for the wood lock, because if you do, if you take that key outside of your base and die with it, A, somebody can get into your base, and B, you've locked yourself out if you can't find your body with the key. But in the beginning, what you should do is go next to a road, basically go and collect junk piles, get components, go recycle them at the outpost or your nearest recycler. The outpost has the safest recycler. Get metal fragments and craft those keypads in order to not even have to worry about having a key or accidentally creating a key with a wood lock. Anyways, okay, so we have our hidden loot storage. What we're going to do here now in the bottom is we're going to take a half wall, we're going to put it down. Once we put the half wall down, you're going to literally put a triangle ceiling tile there and a square ceiling tile there. Now what you're going to do, make sure you name your sleeping bag underneath there, main base. You're going to harden them to stone, and then what you do after this, and you can do this with a roof on as well, you don't have to be exposed like me. You're going to take another half wall and then a square ceiling tile, and then knock out the half wall at the bottom and harden the square ceiling tile to stone or whatever material of your choice. Now, if you are locked in and you do have a roof, go ahead and take off your double door to your TC room and make 4 large boxes. The reason for this is because what we want to do here is maximize our storage, right? So what I like to do for the TC room, and it's going to be a tight fit, but it'll work, you go ahead and put 1 large box on the triangle you created, then you're going to take small box, put it right next to it like so, put it as close as you can to one another. Then you're going to go ahead and put another one down right next to the small box you've already placed. Then I want you to take 1 large box, put it in the back left corner, and then another large box right against the TC on the right hand wall. After that, you can go ahead and place a couple of small boxes. Do make sure they're not protruding past this double doorway frame. And then after that, you should have 3 large boxes and 4 small boxes in order to store loot. What you're going to do now is take your double door and make it go inward. And this way you can still reach your TC by looking at it. So if you look, watch. It's not going to go. Come on, baby. If you can't reach your TC here, what you can do is skip the middle box. Get up close. And there, you can reach your TC. If you could snug it in just right, you can have a middle box as well. Who cares? It's okay. All right, now that you've got your TC room's loot storage set up, what you're going to do is put your double doorway frame in. Go ahead and harden that to stone or whatever material of your liking. Take another doorway frame, or a sheet metal door rather, and you're not going to add it just yet. You're going to go ahead and add your storage for up top. And you're going to put one large box in the back left, another one on the back right. Then you should be able to fit a small box in the middle as well. Sometimes you can get it, but other times you can't. This large box, make sure it's not all the way against the double sheet metal door here of the TC room, because if you have to pop that off to put a garage door in, you're going to have to take all the loot out of here and move it around, because this is kind of protruding into the double doorway frame. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put 2 more small boxes in front of these. Come on, fit, baby. Once I got that down, now I can put my doors on, like so. Also, if you want to make it really hard for people to raid you, you can put one more double sheet metal door on here. What I like to do too as well is I like to get my workbench. So if I got admin on the server, so I can spawn things in. I'll open, come on, open this door. Shut it. There we go. And I should be able to fit my workbench in here, like so. Okay. So now that I got it inside here, what I can count on now is just shutting the door like that. Actually, no, that's a terrible spot, because what happens... Here, I'll show you. I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't put your workbench there. The reason why you shouldn't put your workbench there, I'm going to show you. So I'm going to put my workbench here. Hopefully it doesn't take up the whole doorway so we can get in still. Might be snug, I don't know. Yep. Let's see. I might be able to crawl over that and get out. Perfect. So we can fit our workbench in here, our tier 1 workbench. So it is snug, but hey, it works, right? And if raiders are trying to go deep on you, that's going to stop them. They're going to have to jump up and do whatever they can to get past that workbench, or they'll blow it up. But anyways, put this on. Go ahead and put on your key code. And now for the hidden loot storage. Now, obviously you don't see a sleeping bag in here. I would suggest putting one outside. So when you build your base, take it and put this sleeping bag outside. Alright, somewhere in a bush, up the cliff a little bit, I don't know, somewhere that you'll remember, and somewhere that's safe. Alright, so the hidden loot storage, how does it work? Alright, so in order to access the hidden loot storage and be able to move in and out with it, you're going to have to spawn in on that bag. So you're going to have to type on that bag, the name of it is going to be Hidden Bunker, okay? So you can spawn in here, you can stand here, so don't worry about it. What you can do is if like you get boxes in your way and stuff like that, you can always move it. And for this, what I like to do is shoot it out. So you're going to have to keep a wet in the furnaces. What I would do if you're not using them down here, keep like a bow, a weapon of some sort in order to get out of the bunker, because you need to break this twig to access your base. So when you hit out the twig with that melee weapon, you have access to your whole floor. So you'll be able to crawl in and out of your base. From here, you can also go ahead and access your TC room, which is super important. You can jump up and actually access the TC if you shut this door, like so. Or what you can do is just completely keep your TC room sealed and then be able to leave your base. Now, what I would suggest too as well, if you're smelting metal ore, sulfur, or high quality metal, you can do this incognito. So if I decided to go ahead and put some metal ore in here, I can turn these on and let them burn for a while. So after that, if I'm going to go outside the base and get components and stuff from other monuments, what I'm going to do is go ahead and seal it up again. So I'm going to go ahead and put down this triangle again, shut the door, then I'm going to put up my square. And there you have it. That is a hidden bunker base design for you guys for solo players. What I would suggest as well for a furnace base, or for having like furnaces down low on console, you can see light coming from those furnaces through walls. So I would smelt during the day. If you want to basically keep your loot safe, I would take your guns and stuff, whatever you want to learn, BP wise, and store it in this box here. So I'll just store like all my important loot in here, components, guns, ammo you want to learn, even mats depending on what happens. And you can also use these furnaces for loot storage as well. Now, obviously this is just a solo starter base, so I'm not expecting, you guys to live in it forever, and you shouldn't, right? You want to expand the base. So when you do get a bigger base, or you expand off of this one, what you'll do is basically add on, you can add on honeycomb, you can add on anything you want inside this solo base for it being a hidden bunker. What I like to do in the beginning, I'd build this, and then on the outside, if you guys don't know what honeycomb is, you would apply it around the base. What I do is take triangle foundations, put it around the base, and then put walls on those foundations. So I'll show you what to do real quick. For this little gap here, you want to put a triangle, a raised one as well, and then just go around and fill in the gaps. Alright, so now I'm going to harden these stone. And we have everything worked out. Alright, so now that I got this all stone, I'm going to go ahead and put walls on them just to show you what honeycomb is. And I'll give you an aerial view. Alright, so the aerial view of honeycomb are extra walls that you put around your base. So if somebody does raid you with explosives, they have to blow through 2 walls in order to get to any loot. The beautiful thing about this is if people get explosives like satchels and whatnot in the beginning, when they blow through your sheet metal doors, they have to go through 3 sheet metal doors in order to get to just this loot room here. So the good thing about that is that when they do get to that point, they won't be able to see the hidden loot room because you've sealed it up. And if they use 4 satchels on the TC door, the satchel's splash damage will not break this square ceiling tile or this triangle ceiling tile. So that's the great thing about it. Now if they raid you with a rocket though, the bad thing about that is if they hit the right side, like let's just say there for instance, if they take out these triangle foundations on the outside, they can break into your loot room, and then once they break this twig, they can go up. So what I would do for this is basically put my, well, I can't put it back now, but what I would do is put my triangle back, right? Once I've put that back, I would make 2 more triangle foundations that go outside of this loop room. So for instance, we'll do this, and then let's see if I can get it. There we go. So say we got our foundation back, what I would do for these foundations is basically put more triangle foundations around it. That way they can't really do anything but break foundations, and they won't even know you're hidden loot rooms there anyway, so who cares. After you get this all accomplished, you should have a functioning base. As far as a repair bench or a research table goes, I would use whatever you can at the outpost before you craft those, or until you make a second floor. If you make a second floor, that's awesome. You can expand off this base any way you like, and that is it for the best solo hidden bunker base design for you guys. Hopefully I see you guys use this in the wipe. I hope you like the design. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I know this is a little bit of a jumbly video, but I like showing you guys these base designs, especially solo players, so you can get by in your very first wipe or future wipes in Rust. Thanks. I appreciate your time. Drop that sub and like. I am Razor2, part of the Boyfriend Squad. If you guys want more base designs or any tutorials or guides, you can check out my Rust Guides playlist on my YouTube channel, and I will see you soon in the Rust Console Edition.